Hi everybody, Joe with the Tropical Update. And folks, this is something else. This is the most important video that I have made on either Marco or Laura. Marco has done a 360-degree turnaround, it looks like, cutting right to the chase. There's been some big changes among the model guidance. Now, I've looked at all the models. This right now is the European model. We'll switch right over quickly to the GFS. And you're going to see these storms are just about in the same place. The timing may be a little different, but they are in agreement. I've looked at the NavGem. I've looked at the WRF. I've looked at all of them. And Marco has changed. Now, subsequently, the National Hurricane Center forecast for Marco right now is showing the very same thing. So please pay attention. It's looking like two areas could get hit by both of these within a day or two time. Now, while at this point it's a little bit speculative, the data collected this morning by the NOAA flight in the environmental around Marco and across the Gulf of Mexico may have played a key role in the significant eastward shift. Marco has a significant eastward shift. I've looked at all of the models, the spaghetti models, everything. Now, the eastward shift seen in nearly all of the 12Z models, and this is from the National Hurricane Center, not just from me. This isn't to say that the uncertainty in the eventual track has diminished. In fact, various ensemble members from some of the global models still show a potential risk to the coast anywhere from Texas to Alabama. From Texas to Alabama. And it's entirely possible that the volatile shifts that may occur seen in the models could continue. So it could continue all around these areas. Now, this being said, the National Hurricane Center, they've got their track forecast. It's shifted significantly eastward and now shows the center of Marco reaching southeastern Louisiana in about 2 days, which is the scenario currently shown by the GFS, the European, and the HCCA, Florida State Super Ensemble models, and the TVCN Multi-Model Consensus. You know how I talk about the TVNC for tracking. It is actually one of the best. So, after Marco reaches the coast of the western Atlantic Ridge, it is expected to build westward and should cause the cyclone to move more slowly toward the west-northwest across the southern portions of Louisiana. So, let's take a look right quick. I've got this set, as you can see, on the European model at the moment. And what we have here, you can see, here is Marco right here. Here's Marco. This is Laura. This is Monday around 12 a.m. Now, don't exactly go by these times that I give you. They could be off a little here or a little there, but the general scenario, this looks like what it's going to do. So we're going to move up to Monday around 11 a.m. You can see it coming in right in this area now. Let's see if we can get it a little bit bigger. And you can see both of them now have spin to them. This one's hanging off the coast of Cuba, the portion of the circulation in the center. You can see what's going on here. Rain, rain, rain. This is winds now. This is Monday around 11 a.m. hanging right off the coast of New Orleans with winds of 96 miles per hour. Now, at this point, Laura's down here, 63 mile per hour wind gust. This is wind gust, by the way. We'll move it up to around 8 p.m. Monday night. You can see it going into this area. We will check everything with the National Hurricane Center. This is not road and stone. It's going to go in here. All these models I have told you about are a green. Let's just right quickly ship over to the GFS. Now, it's already gone inland here, but as you see, we'll go back in time. It's still going to go in just about the same area on the GFS. So we'll go back to the European model right quickly. We'll go up to Tuesday at 1 a.m. You can see this storm is really beginning to get its act together over here, Laura, as it gets into the Gulf. 1 p.m., Marco should already be up with just a little bit of center here and a little bit of wind gust going on here. Wow, check out the wind in Laura at this time, 68 mile per hour wind gust. Both of these should be either Marco should be a very strong tropical storm or a Category 1 hurricane at this time. As we move on through to Wednesday, you can see the very same areas, but this does include parts of the Florida Panhandle, Panhandle of Alabama, Mississippi, and over in New Orleans. We'll go to 10 a.m. Wednesday morning. You can see what is happening. Just about the same exact places within a minimal amount of time. Here's a tracking map for Marco from the National Hurricane Center. You can see now that we do have hurricane watches up all around Louisiana, Mississippi, portions of Alabama with a tropical storm watch in the yellow. These are hurricane watch. Hurricane watches have already been put out there for everybody to know. This is a quick change, folks. A very quick change. Don't waste time. It's looking like it should be Monday afternoon, when Marco starts to make landfall across Louisiana. When we look at Tropical Storm Laura, here we go. We've got tropical storm warnings all the way down in Cuba, Haiti, Dominican Republic, moving up, as you can see, up and across in Puerto Rico. All of the blue is tropical storm warnings, with tropical storm watches for the very southern tip of Florida and all of the Keys and parts of the Bahamas. Looking like Wednesday around 2 p.m., this is where Laura may begin to come in. If this happens, folks, this is going to be awful for these people in Louisiana, from Alabama, and parts of Mississippi. This is going to be bad for them if this happens in such a short period of time. So let's look once again, 2 p.m. Wednesday for Laura, and when we go over to Marco, it's looking like 1 p.m. Monday. So that's just 24 hours apart. If this does occur and happen, and this is from the National Hurricane Center, folks, it's not just me, these folks are going to be without power for I don't know how long. I just don't know how long. Now, it looks like, so far as Marco goes, the highest winds that it should get will be about 85 miles per hour. 85 miles per hour, and then that's as it's approaching the coast. Now, when it hits land, the winds could be 85 to 75 miles per hour, and then slowly but surely inland, 60 miles per hour, 45 and 30, of course, as it tracks on across. So, be aware of this, folks. 1 p.m. Monday, Hurricane Marco. 2 p.m. Wednesday, Hurricane Laura. I looked at that wrong a while ago, so it's like 2 days apart. It's still too much, though. It's too much for anybody to have to go through. Keep all of these people in your prayers if this plays out like it's looking like it's going to now. And for goodness sakes, everybody in these areas, this is Laura once again, as you can see. I showed you on the European model and the GFS model what it looked like. All the other models showing the same. This is 1 p.m. Monday. Everyone from Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana on the coastline here. Not over here in Louisiana. Here in Louisiana. I'm not saying you folks won't get a little bit of wind and a little bit of rain, but nothing like these folks will right in this area. Please go ahead and start to prepare if you haven't. Your time's running out. Today's Saturday. This can happen Monday. Of course, it could slow up. Of course, it could speed up. You don't need to wait though. We got a double whammy on the way for this area. Now this is for Marco. We do have this storm surge watch that's been issued. Portions of Louisiana, Alabama, and the Florida border, along with the Mobile Bay area. We do have that hurricane watch that's been issued from Intracoastal City, Louisiana, eastward to the Mississippi and Alabama border, including the lakes here we have, and metropolitan New Orleans is also included. Now, a tropical storm watch has been issued from the Mississippi-Alabama border eastward to the Alabama-Florida border. And the government of Mexico now has discontinued all tropical storm warnings for the northeastern sections of the Yucatan coast. All of this from the National Hurricane Center, folks. It's looking like Marco is moving toward the north-northwest around 13 miles per hour. It's expected to continue moving toward the north-northwest across the central Gulf of Mexico Sunday, and forecast then to reach the northern Gulf Coast Monday. After moving inland, Marco is expected to slow down and turn toward the northwest. Now, this is the key. It's after Marco moves inland. That's when it's going to turn to the northwest and west-northwest by Monday night and Tuesday, moving across southern Louisiana and into Texas. This is what it looks like now. Winds 65 miles per hour with much higher gusts. Strengthening is forecast during the next day or two, and Marco is expected to become a hurricane tonight or Sunday. Marco is likely to still be at or near hurricane strength when it reaches the northern Gulf Coast Monday. Now, weakening, of course, is forecast to occur while the center moves further inland Monday night and Tuesday. The tropical storm force winds extend outward 90 miles, and the pressure right now is 29.30 inches, and we will get to all of that in just a moment. Storm surge combination. I hope everybody that watches me and follows me kept their storm surge map that I gave them. This will show you exactly what to expect. Now, the combination of the dangerous storm surge and the tide, always got to worry about the tide. It will cause normally dry areas near the coast to be flooded by the rising waters moving inland from the shoreline. The water could reach the following heights above ground, somewhere in the indicated areas if the peak surge occurs at the time of high tide. Grand Isle, Louisiana, to the Alabama and Florida border, including Mobile Bay, 3 to 5 feet. You can see all of these right here, 2 to 4 feet. Sabine Pass to Grand Isle, Louisiana, 2 to 4 feet. And, of course, this is going to happen right along the coastline. Wind, hurricane conditions are possible with the hurricane watch area by midday Monday, with tropical storm conditions possible by early Monday. And tropical storm conditions are possible within the tropical storm watch also Monday. And these conditions are expected to continue in the warning area in Cuba through this evening. Now, when it comes to rain, far western Cuba 2 to 4 inches with isolated amounts of 6. Eastern portions of the Mexican states that we have right in here in Yucatan 1 to 3. Central U.S. Gulf Coast 1 to 3. Isolated maximum amounts. Some people, I've looked in some of this, and some of this rain you're going to get, especially around anywhere from Mississippi, Alabama, and especially Louisiana. Some of you guys could get 5 inches of rain, and of course that's going to cause flash flooding. So be aware of what's going on. Please, please, everybody, don't forget to click Show More below the video, and I'll have everything wrote up there for you, and you can read it in case I leave something out. I want everybody to know about this stuff. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Click subscribe, click the bell, and make sure you check off all, because if you don't check off all, you won't get the videos that I put out. I would greatly appreciate it, and thank you to everyone who is my subscribers. Now, when we come over to Laura, we do have some tropical storm watches that's been issued now for the Florida Keys, from Ocean Reef to Key West, and also including the Florida Bay area. Now, the government of Cuba has issued a tropical storm warning for all of the Cuba provinces, as you can see here, and the government of the Bahamas has issued a tropical storm watch for Andros Island. Now, like I say, I'll have every little thing listed for you. Click Show More. You'll see it all right there, okay? Now, when we move on down to what might be affecting the hazards to land, Laura is expected to produce rain accumulations through Monday for Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands of 3 to 6 inches, maximum amounts of 8 possible along eastern portions and southern slopes. Now, Dominican Republic and Haiti, 4 to 8 inches, maximum amounts of 12 inches across southern areas. Cuba, 3 to 6, isolated amounts of 8, and we all know this heavy rain can cause flash flooding, urban flooding, the potential for mudslides across the greater Antilles, widespread minor to potential moderate river flooding in areas of Puerto Rico. Now, 1 to 3 inches of rain with total amounts in some places of 5 is expected over the northern Leeward Islands, the Turks and Caicos, and southeast Bahamas and Jamaica. And when it comes to the wind, you can see in the warning areas, tropical storm conditions are expected through Sunday, and they're possible in the portions of the watch area by Sunday night and Monday. Swells. We're going to have rip currents everywhere along the Gulf Coast, people, and along Florida, especially in all of the Gulf Coast states. The water's going to be rough. You don't want to be out in it. You don't want to go swimming. You don't want to get out in your boat. You don't want to do anything because it will have some pretty big swells at times. And they could affect portions of the northern Leeward Islands, and they're expected to spread across the northern coast of Puerto Rico, Hispaniola, Cuba, and much of the Bahamas and the Florida Keys during the next few days. Please consult your local weather offices, watch your local weather stations, and please pay attention to your local authorities. And here we are right here as of now. The winds are 65 miles per hour in Marco. The pressure, boy, it has really fallen. 992 millibars. If you're tracking, 21.9 north, 85.7 west, and it's moving north-northwest right at the moment at 13 miles per hour. When it comes to Laura, she's got 50 mile per hour winds, and she's getting right to go over some terrain, so we're going to see what happens with that. The pressure is 1,004 millibars. It's located 18.0 north, 68.1 west, and Laura's moving west at around 18 miles per hour. This system here, they're still giving it a 0 chance to develop, folks. As of now, it's just looking like showers and thunderstorms, and some of those have diminished earlier this morning, and it's a tropical wave near the Cabo Verde Islands. It's no longer expected to occur in development as environmental conditions look unfavorable as the system is moving westward over the tropical Atlantic. But I will keep my eyes on it. Thank you so much for watching, folks. Thank you so much for everything you do for me, but thank you so much especially for sharing this video with your family and friends and on your social media. People need to know about this. This change has just occurred within the past few hours, and it changes the whole scenario, folks. Everything changes. So, once again, it's a double whammy. Looking like for Louisiana, Mississippi, possibly Alabama, also the Florida Panhandle up in this area, but really right in here in Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, right in here, looking like you guys could have a hurricane 2 days apart. So, please be safe. Please, please, make sure you got everything ready. Don't wait till the last minute, because Marco looks like he may be pretty close to you by Monday. And I want everybody to stay safe. Don't forget to check on your neighbors, the elderly, the handicapped, and for goodness sakes, don't forget to make sure your pets have a safe place. I love you all. I'll be back tomorrow with the good Lord's will with an update. Please take care. Have a good evening, a safe evening, a blessed evening, and peace, love, and kindness to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for watching.